Osun State chapters of the APC and PDP are embroiled in a war of words over Governor Ademola Adeleke's alleged failed defection attempt. The APC claimed Adeleke was rejected for being a political liability, accusing him of seeking asylum in the ruling party to save his 2026 re-election bid, while his party undermines President Tinubu in the state. In response, the PDP dismissed the allegations, asserting its focus remains on serving the people. The party's chairman, Sunday BC, insisted Adeleke's performance would secure his 2026 victory and stressed that the PDP had no intention to rig the election, expressing confidence in Osun State voters to uphold their mandate. Meanwhile, amid defections of 5 federal lawmakers, the 25 PDP lawmakers in Osun State Assembly reaffirmed loyalty to Adeleke. Speaker Ebedun debunked defection rumors, declaring unity within the House and pledging to work towards strengthening the PDP ahead of the next defection election. George, Osun State has been in the news, very controversial one. I mean, whereas other states are wooing their governors, are wooing governors to join the ruling party. The ruling party in the opposition party, which is the ruling party at the national level, is allegedly rejecting Adeleke's alleged defection move. I find that very interesting, George.
Yeah. When I saw that story, I've been laughing ever since. It sounds somehow. What I'm trying to say here now is that it's either the powers that be at the ruling party at the national level had someone in mind, which could be as a result of zoning arrangement within the Osun State, who they want to take over from Adeleke. And that is why they are trying to protect this person as against Adeleke's switch to the APC. Because it's unheard of that a sitting governor that controls the finances of the state, that has the structures, political machineries, and
highest political officer in the state,
is the one begging to switch, and yet he's been denied. So by implication, my understanding is that the powers that be at the top, I'm talking about the ruling party at the national level, does not want Adeleke, because the moment he's allowed to cross carpet to switch over to the APC, automatically you allow him to go back for second term, which may ruffle feathers, which may affect another person's interest who they are trying to protect. So the best thing is remain in your party. Election is around the corner, will defeat you.
Now, but the thing is, there are some lawmakers, some senators have defected, and they were accepted and celebrated. But then, Adeleke, now these defections going on in Osun State from PDP to APC, is it a pointer of what might happen in 2026 in Osun State? Is it a pointer, one would say, as so far, can Adeleke boast of the same level of popularity he enjoyed prior to his election?
Looking at the situation of things, though we are just here to analyze, nobody knows exactly what will happen tomorrow. But you look at what has happened in the past and use it to forecast what is likely to happen in the future. It's obvious with the switch, with the shaking happening in that Osun State, it's obvious that Adeleke will not enjoy the popularity he enjoyed the last time. ADC has just come on board. The coalition will be the main opposition to APC in that state. APC is at the national level. Osun State, by default, is the state of the president of this country, if you know what I mean, originally.
I know. It's a state of origin.
Yeah. The president also have vested interest in that state, being a state where he originally comes from. So the fight will be between APC and ADC in that state, because former governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, is the secretary of ADC. So they are also regrouping in that state.
Well, one would say Ademola, to a large extent, his political influence in Osun State.
No. We are not saying.
Can he be able to deliver?
No. He may not win. What I'm saying is that the fight will be between APC and ADC. Given what is happening to PDP at the national level, PDP is almost comatose. So Adeleke will be on his own.
And what if he decides to switch to ADC?
These are permutations. These are permutations. These are permutations that will happen. You know, in fact, that is what I'm even envisaging in the nearest future. Since trying to go to APC is not happening, the next place you want to go to is that ADC. It's about reach out. They may reach out to the likes of Arebo Shola and some political bigwigs in the state, and they see it as viable opposition because he will be coming with money. They'll be coming with some structures and all that put together to make ADC more viable so that they can give APC a run for their money. Even though APC is not at the helm of affairs in the state today, it's obvious that they are formidable in that state, given one or two that I've just said here, presidents hailing from that place and the party, you know, having some bigwigs and all that.
And not just that, Adeleke, do not forget, had his own time with local government chairmen in Osun State. The local government chairmen were more of the APC, while Adeleke was the PDP. And you remember how, you know, the ousting of this local government chairman happened, and the controversies and the crisis that followed afterwards. So now one would say that even though much later court reinstated the local government chairman and all of that, and it was a bit Adeleke to obey the court judgment was a problem. It was a long-drawn crisis in Osun State at that time. Now one would say probably the chicken has come to roost, and to a large extent some political maneuverings that Adeleke made right now will be counting against him in the forthcoming elections, because these grassroots people, these local government chairmen, it is time to take their pound of flesh. Now, governorship election to a large extent is localized, and I mean, local government chairmen will have a major role to play at the local level. How do you see that playing out in the favor of Adeleke? Could this be some of the permutations and that Adeleke has done, and some of the variables he's considering, that he feels that, okay, you know, there is this saying, unpopular saying politically within Nigerian political ecosystem, when you defect, your sins are forgiven. Could it be one of the reasons why he needs to move to APC in order to, you know, close up those wounds?
It's obvious even to the blind. If you're a political follower, you understand that Adeleke had some baggages in Osun State. Given your analysis here, the challenges he had with the local government chairman, you know, put together and other variables and all that in that state, he has seen that, coupled with the fact that PDP at the national level is about disintegrating. So he has seen that he stands no chance of winning. So the best thing was for him to fraternize with the APC, and probably, like you said, if he switches over to APC, his sins may be forgiven. But the powers that be in that state have said they have kept him at bay. We do not want you, stay wherever you are.
Apparently.
You understand? Because like he has committed some kind of sin against them, especially on that local government issue. So they do not want to forgive him. Ordinarily, I have not seen in this country where a ruling governor who used to be wooed to come is the one now begging to go, and yet he's been denied. That is to show that they want to extract their own pound of flesh at the end of the day, and they may likely get it. Maybe one of the ways that Adeleke may survive the tsunami that is coming, maybe to switch over to ADC.
Well, one will also say probably there's also another perspective that we have not considered, considering that Adeleke, during his first election, you know, he did win against federal might. Recall that Buhari then was in office. That was Buhari, correct? Buhari was in office. That's APC government. And he came, contested under PDP, opposition. Even PDP then was still opposition in Osun State. Contested against the ruling party at the state level, and then you consider federal might that also influences elections, considering again that it was an off-cycle election. So a lot of concentration was there, and it still emerged. So probably the influence he enjoyed in 2022, that's why it's winning. It has whittled down to a large extent.
It's winning. We all saw what's played out during that first election where he won the election. You know, the government in place as at that time was not actually doing the Osun people of Osun very well. It was not delivering based on their mandate and orders. So people felt tired. People needed change. If you look at the result, it was very close. It wasn't something that maybe it was
landslide.
Yeah, a landslide victory. No, it was very close. Which we can also give him kudos for putting up such a fight, you know, against an incumbent. An incumbent in the state and also incumbent at the national level, as they are the party controlling the national level.
Yes.
Was able to put up such a formidable fight to, you know, win. But the gap wasn't much.
Okay.
So it's not like not like he enjoys the entire, you know, support of the people of Osun State. That's not correct. So with some of these baggages he has, coupled with the fact that PDP is almost disintegrating, I don't see that, you know, happening again.
All right.
I don't see it happening.
All right.